Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we are busy with our Doll's House series and I'm going to finally be painting the Doll's House. So as you can see, this Doll's House is huge. It has 3 levels, like 5 different bedrooms, balconies. I made the mistake of dusting it instead of vacuuming it. You can see I stopped halfway and I'm really suffering with my sinuses, so please excuse the voice. So just to show you, I'm going to be working with some obviously paint brushes. I have some smaller ones and then I have the lovely one that came with the Granny Bees old-fashioned paint. That is probably the one I'm going to use the most, but I think for stuff like the balcony I'm probably going to be using the smaller ones, so the balcony railings. I've also got some painter's tape, some scissors obviously. I've got some clear acrylic gesso, which is what I'm going to be using first, and then we have our Granny Bees old-fashioned chalk paint. So my daughter has decided that she would like the Cotton Candy and the Lavender Dream. They have Celtic Mist, which is like a minty color. They have Bubblegum Milkshake, which is a blue, and they have Buttermilk, which is like a bit of a yellow color. They also have the Classic Seal. So we're going to see if we're going to do the ceiling, because it is a very large area. So to get started, I am going to gesso this up. I don't think there's anything that I don't want gesso on. So I think for now we're not going to have to tape anything. I'm only going to do the outside of the doll's house today because it is a lot. As you can see, it is an old doll's house, so there are some places where it's kind of warping, but that's completely fine. My kids love it. That's all that matters. It does need a huge revamp though, and that's why we've done this doll's house series. I'm probably going to have to get something to stand on to do kind of up there. And most of what we do is probably going to be sped up. I'm sure you don't want to watch me paint a doll's house for 7 hours on end. So let's get to doing the clear acrylic gesso base layer, and then we will start to paint it. Okay, so it's taken me approximately 2 hours to gesso it. It was a lot of work. So we have decided from our Granny Bees paint we are going to use the Cotton Candy and the Lavender Dreams. So I'm going to mark off now with my masking tape where I don't want the paint to go, so that obviously I can start painting the whole doll's house. So this is going to be fun. I'm not sure if I mentioned I'm actually using Table Savers from Craft Buddies, and in terms of the gesso, it's not necessary if you're using the Granny Bees paint, but I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to have to do multiple coats. We're going to see if we can get away with one single coat. So let's get to masking everything off and then we will paint it. Okay, so I have taped it all off. We are ready to start painting. I am going to be using a small paintbrush and I'm going to do all the dark spots first. So I'm going to give that a double coat. What I love about the Granny Bees paint is that it has amazing coverage. So I don't know if I'm going to need to do this, but I would rather do it now than do it once I'm finished painting. So I've put the tape on so that it's going to be a lot easier for me to do the painting. I don't have to worry about messing. I can just paint over. So I'm going to be alternating between the small brush and the big brush. let's just have a look and see. So as you can see, amazing coverage here, like super amazing coverage. I absolutely love this paint. It is gorgeous. So I probably could have got away with doing one coat, but I actually do want to cover those up. So I'm going to go ahead, cover those up, and then we're going to paint the outside. Once that's dry, we're going to go on to painting our bars purple, and then we will go on to the other sides of the house. So I wanted to do this last part in real time so that you can see how amazing this paint is. So I think the longest part of this so far has been taping everything up. That has taken absolutely forever, but I'm in love with this paint. I'm so in love with it. Look at the coverage on it. This is one coat. Obviously I have primed this with gesso, but it's not necessary. I have used this paint before without priming, and it gives you the same results. It's gorgeous. So I did just want to keep the sort of natural wood outline of things, so that's why I've taped everything up, because cleaning up is much harder than just taping it. Also, this wood, you can't what do you call it, you can't sand this wood because it's like an MDF wood that they have what do you call it, sorry, very distracted right now. It has been laser cut. So we're obviously going to paint the whole doll's house. We're going to do the inside, the outside, we're going to do everything. We haven't decided on colors for the inside yet, obviously, because each room is going to be different. We're not just going to do the whole house pink and purple. The outsides are going to be pink and purple. We might do some of the rooms inside pink and purple, but for now we're not 100% sure on the colors, so we're just doing the outside for now. This whole process so far has taken me about 4, 5, 6 hours, I think. I can't even calculate time right now. About 6 hours, I would say. And this paint smells like bubble gum or something. I don't know. It doesn't smell like paint. And one of the things that I do love about it a lot is that it dries super quick, like super quick. So you can actually do a second coat if you want to, almost immediately. And please do excuse me because it is hot and dusty and I have such sinus issues right now. Flying. And look at that, one coat, and look at that coverage. Gorgeous. I am just going to go over this again. And this is basically dried already. Obviously for proper drying you are going to have to leave it for a while, but I mean it's basically dry. Dry enough to go over it again without ruining it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at that. I think this is looking so cool. I'm so excited to finally be getting it done. So just to recap, I'm going to do these purple. So I'm going to do all the frames purple. Obviously the outer walls is going to be pink. All of the window frames are going to be purple. But I'm not going to keep you here while I do all of it. I will obviously share pictures as I go along. But this is taking a little bit longer than I expected, I guess. I'm not sure what I thought. Again, it is the taping that is taking the longest, but I'm loving the effect that the taping is giving. So I'm not going to skip that part. I think also with some of these things we tend to want to rush, but just putting in that little bit of extra effort is going to give you the absolute best results that you're going to love. So I would just put in that little bit of extra effort and know that I'm going to love it. There we are. And there you have it. So I'm going to go and wash my brush. And when I get back, we should be good to remove all of our tape. But I think I'm going to leave it there today. I'm so excited. This has been so long in the making. My kids are also super excited. They're in and out, jumping on the bed. Yeah. Most of what I use today you can get from Craft Buddies. They've got quite a few of the different Granny Bees mix packs. They've also got the single paints. So if you know specifically what you want, you could obviously just get specifically what you want. If you just want a mix pack, you can also get that. I've also got the table savers that I used from Craft Buddies, and the gesso. So just remember, with the gesso, it's not necessary. It's not necessary with your Granny Bees paint. I just did it just for extra security, I guess, because I'd rather do it properly the first time and not have any surprises. But yeah, you could definitely do it without it. I have used it without it, and it works great. So thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to show you the rest of this doll's house, and I can't wait to see you again.